it do, baby boo? We're back doing another painting. Another painting acrylic rendition of one of my daily sketches. This is a fun one for me. I really like the way this turns out. I like the sketch. I think it's funky. Some really cool shapes going on. And so, I'm just showing you a real-time sketching process of how I'm transferring the image from the sketch to the canvas. There's a lot of different ways that painters will do this. You can grid it out, kind of measure it, and make it kind of an exact transfer. But for me, I think some of the magic in a painting comes from the organic nature of this transfer process of just looking at the sketch and redrawing it by hand, just kind of freehanding it. I drew it once. Why can't I draw it again? That's the theory, at least. And these drawings aren't super complex. It's not like, doing a realistic portrait that it has to look precisely like somebody. And I'm really just painting for me. This is just painting for the sake of painting. Painting in order to put some hours in with the brush, to get better, to make art that I enjoy making. Make art that I think is cool and that's fun for me to paint. And I really think that this sketchbook is based around that philosophy. Just simply drawing whatever comes to mind, drawing something that is physically fun for me to move my hand around with a pen in it and rub it on a piece of paper. I don't know about you, if you do art, if you draw at all, but this physical sensation of gliding a pen across a paper is hard to beat for me. Whenever I was in school, supposed to be taking notes in class, I would just be doodling and filling margins of my pages. And it's mostly just because I like the way that feels. I like to fill in the bubbles of letters in the titles of a worksheet. You know what I mean? You get a worksheet in class and you just start filling in the bubbles of the P's and the B's and the R's and the O's. It's just really fun. Filling out a survey, or you're at the doctor and you're filling out a questionnaire. I actually like doing that because I just like the way it feels to rub the pen on the paper. Now, that's for drawing. This is a painting. And I would say it's somewhat similar to rub a brush on a canvas. It's a totally different sensation, but there's something about just drawing and redrawing with a paintbrush. You get a lot of organic kind of lines, and there's a lot of line diversity whenever you're using a brush, and that's kind of what I've been doing, is just drawing and redrawing. You see me going over the same lines over and over. It's because there's different opacities of the brown that I'm using to sketch, and I'm kind of uncovering the sketch on the canvas by going over and over and reinforcing those lines and finding the exactness of the line as I go over and over. So anyway, we're filling in the shapes now, going a little bit more time-lapse, faster for you, in case you're getting bored. This is just a little bit longer process, so it's gonna be time-lapsed for you. And just going with the kind of basic concept, working kind of dark to light, but also, starting with some midtones and then kind of reinforcing the shadows, building on those highlights, as you can kind of see, and really just having fun with the brush strokes here. You can kind of see some, stylistic highlight lines there. And keeping it loose, and then as you get smaller and more refined shapes, we get a little bit tighter, a little more controlled, a little more deliberate as we get into those high of high highlights, if you know what I mean. And just kind of working our way up the chromatic scale as we go to the lightest of lights and really making it pop with those gleams of the eyes that you see. And that's kind of one of the most fun parts of the painting, because it really makes it come to life, you know? So anyway, hopefully this painting process has been somewhat entertaining for you, and what I'm saying has been enlightening a little bit. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Here is the final piece. Thanks for watching. See you next time.